Hello everybody and welcome to another WOS3 20,000 video. I am back on my computer for, well, the first time in basically forever, and I'm here to show you how to extract your WOS3 file. That's right, there are currently no videos on the internet on how to do this. I am the first and I will be the best. So, first we're going to go into your web browser of choice. Go to this URL. That URL will be in the description down there. We're going to download this. Click it, and to download in the background. Here we go. Then we want to look for down the bottom. We are looking for our Vision 8 Engine.v zip decryptor. Right, that opened up. Brilliant. Right click. Save link as, and we're gonna create a folder somewhere. I'm gonna call upon BMS. I'm gonna save it in there. Next step, no, don't open it. What are you thinking? Show in folder. Well, let's show open in our folder. Okay, that one didn't work. Right here, BM, no, not V, BMS. Here we go. Gonna copy in all of these ones. Copy in all these things. Here we go. Next step. Run quickbms.exe. This is our little tool that does lots of things. What we're using it for this. So first step is it'll ask for here. Browse to your BMS folder. Double click this. Then we want to find our .v file. That's going to be in our local disk C drive. TMZ Studio WOS3. Normally you'll see Data.v here. I've got my backup up here. There we go. Now we're going to choose our output folder. So we're going to go all the way back into our documents. Go to that BMS and save it there. Yes, you don't need to name it because it's going to call it data.zip. As you can see up here, it's now doing the whole extracting thing. So we'll be back once it's finished doing that whole extracting thing. Shouldn't take a few minutes. Oh look, it's done already. That was I'm not even going to cut that. Right, so we're going to put return to quit. Now, data.zip. I have Notepad++, but I'm going to open with Windows Explorer to show you what it's like. But you would just have to double click it. If you've got Notepad++, you probably know what you're doing by now. Well, then again, that was a .zip. Oh yeah, whatever. We're going to extract all. We're going to put it to BMS data. We're going to put it into a directory called data, which is actually what we want. We're going to extract it. Now, this is going to take a while, so I really will be back when this one's done. That was a lot quicker for you than it was for me. So we're going to now go back a bit, back up to BMS, the file. Now look, got this new data folder. Now what you're going to do, you want to right click and copy this. Then you want to go into this PC, local disk, TMZ WMZ Studios, World of Subway Volume 3, and you can paste it in. Except I'm not going to because I've already done this. So, there you go. There you have it. If you want to extract your .v file in Train Simulator, sorry, in World of Subways Volume 3, you can. And if that's what you're looking for, you can go now. However, if you want to stick around and learn how to do the speed changing things, like you may have seen before, then you can, because that's what we're about to do now. Here. So, first you're going to go into your strings folder. Your strings folder is what contains all the data for the trains. Where's the trains? Vehicles, of course. Subway. Now you've got these different formation types. Now the formation types, you always want to get Notepad++, which there'll be a link to in the description as well, down there. And you want to edit with that as well. You want to edit with that. You want to right click and click Edit with Notepad++, because it can't handle this type of XML file. Excel can't. No. So it looks far better like this. So you have your normal AI. You can basically change your train length so that we've got our forward-facing cab, our forward-facing trailer, our forward-facing cab, our forward-facing trailer, our reverse-facing trailer, and our reverse-facing cab. Technically, I suppose that you could actually mix in together your with your C stock with your D stock, and that would be possible. However, I don't really can drive the D stock. I've played around a bit, and that's not possible. So that's something interesting. We've also got the configurations for the trains in the missions, which don't know how they're any different, but apparently they are. Oh, I think that actually what you've one of the missions we've got to do the coupling might be interesting to look at. But so that is the formation types. Well, that's boring bit. In here, though, this is the exciting bit. You want to edit the two files that you want to edit to do your to change your speeds are these two. So you can select them both and open them. It'll open them both up in this tab view. We're going to close all of these. So we've got C69 trailer and C69. So we want to first step. You've got to change this up. We're going to put this on to 500. This is in kilometers an hour, not miles an hour. Second thing, you want to have this greater than your max speed. I'm going to put it at 600. The general rule of thumb doesn't really matter. But of course, that's just the theoretical max speed. If you're going like downhill, you need to have your train power it. These are the 3 traction notches: shunt, series, parallel. Or whatever the order is. Here's your parallel notch. I'm going to change this up to the same as that, 500, and the max force up to 600. Guessing kilometers an hour. The acceleration you can change it, but the force and the acceleration are pretty linked, and I'm gonna say we're doing that for force. Again, I'm gonna save that. Again, this is for our forward traction, as you can see. Our backwards tractions are still the same. If you want to change it, you can, but I'm not going to. Also, down here you have all your settings for brakes and things, and your doors, the sounds they make. I'm not going to change those because I have no reason to. But if you want to customize it, you can. Again, there are also the sound files in here, which you can find by exploring it. But I'm just going to do this because this is what you were waiting for, I'm sure. So you want to copy this, copy, and then you want to open up the trailer file and select that again, and then you want to paste. So that will give them the same speed. Otherwise, your trains are going to fall apart. You can change the wheel radius and all the offsets and things. You can change the lengths of the carriages, or is it in here? No, that's somewhere else. But you can change the length and things, and it's really quite exciting. So now we have these two. We can run it, which we will do in a minute, and we can show you the speed. But next, I'm just going to give you a quick tour you can play with these files yourselves, but it should all be pretty self-explanatory. The interesting things here are these .sch files. You can edit them. This is Allgate to Baker Street. And what you can do here, these allow you to actually, so you've got these time values and you've got these. These allow you to, you can actually create your own, but so you can create your own and you can change the time that it's available to travel at. And don't mess with these nodes; those are weird. But interesting here, you can change short to normal. So this is going to be a short 4-car train. Put it up to normal. That's going to be a 6-car train. Put it to district AI. That's going to spawn in an undrivable district line train. For whatever reason, you can do that. Same on all of these. If you want to make your own missions, you can create them in this format and add them to available schedules.xml, which we can edit with Notepad++. And I'll give you a quick show around. That is just purely a list of the URLs that of the not URLs of the file directories that the game calls in when it loads the list. So you can add stuff here and it will play. I can't have done it, but there is potential for that. You've also got these objectives. Where is it? Ah, yes. You want to go onto your routes now. Routes subway London.xml. This is an interesting file. What this allows you to do, this allows you to change the points. If you've ever seen points being changed, I'm not sure how we've done it, but this is a very easy way to do it. I'm going to scroll down, and the comments are in German because it's German developers, but I can translate for you. This is the Edgware road to Edgware to Hammersmith, which is that. For example, we have got Circle Liverpool. Now, Circle Liverpool is our Liverpool Street to Embankment, as we can cross-reference. But if you look at this second switch state, 014 track 2_2 are the junctions before Allgate. You will normally find this in the right position. You change it to left, like so, and it will career off, which we will also show you next. So when we boot up the game, I'll show you that. What else do we have? That's interesting. The speed limits are there, but you can't. There's nothing that changing them really does. You have your prefabs, which are kind of interesting. That backup folder I made, so I couldn't mess it up too much. But basically, this allows you to change some of the shadow effects. If this is what you know and you do it right. I haven't changed this and got it to work. But if you know what you're doing, it's fully possible that you can change all of these variables and have it working. Why is this still up here? We can close that now actually and full screen this out. What else do we have? This is just the config files. I'm not quite sure what effect changing this will really have on the game. I haven't actually messed about in the config files, but basically you can so you can change the frames and the spawn intervals and all of that. It's just basic speeds. And the best thing is that you don't have to zip this up. If you keep the data, if you keep this data folder, it won't use the Data.v file as long as you delete it. It'll use this and make a backup of your Data.v, of course. But then you're able to do that, which it actually makes the game load faster. Going through our things, we've got our input, we've got our world configs, but I believe that this is actually all editable in game. Yeah, this should be actually editable in the game. Not some of these settings, not all of them I expect, because they don't want you to have too much power. Otherwise, no, I don't know what otherwise, but yeah, you can see all of these. This is just stuff to the engine, basically. You can control the GUI text, but I believe that is basically all there is to this. If you want to go through and change it, as I've showed you, you can you can look at all of these files. There are file extensions that can't be opened, but I recommend that you try everything apart. These DDSs should open in a Windows tool, but so what I recommend you do is, with all of these files, you first of all try opening them in Notepad++, but there are some like shaderlibs, etc., that just open as a lot of in all that actually didn't know you could edit that. That's interesting. But there are files such as these V shader bins, a lot of stuff with V prefixes and model files, etc. We should try to open them up in here. They will just return all of these null characters, and you can't edit them. So don't bother on that front. Is there anything else that I need to show you on here? I don't believe so. Yes, I thank you for watching. I recommend that you go and unzip your Data.v, if it's only to get the speed up. But I think that there's lots of potential for modifying the game in here. There's potential to even add mods for this game now that this is possible. Hello, so we are now in the game, and I'm here to show you all of the changes we just made. The change we just made was to the train speed, and to the points on the Liverpool Street to embankment. I also offline, when I showed you off camera, where I showed you change to district AI, we've also got this set up for the Victoria to Edgware Road scenario, so I'll show you that. I think the first thing I'm going to do is do this Aldgate to Baker Street one. Actually, now I'll do Edgware Road to Tower Hill. I'm going to put it on at this at a time. And after loading, as you can see, loading times, well, they're not much improved because I'm recording, but they are better than they were before we unzipped our Data.v file, because it's not having to call into an archive. Here we go. This is our train, already ready for her service. Gonna open our door and close it and walk through the closing door, because physics. Home, end, L, forwards, put it into forwards, and I'm going to open up 2. If this recording dies or my voice starts going crackly, it's because it can't keep up with the frame rate. So we're going to put it into parallel, and here we are. We are going around the circle. So 500 kilometers an hour gets to about 306.5 miles per hour. I believe. I'm not the best at unit conversions in my head, but as you can see, we are going really quite fast. That almost crashed. Luckily, I've got a good computer with good RAM, so it's managing to keep up barely, but it has these momentary stalls. So you see, we're going in very, very little time, we're already around Barbican. Now imagine if the actual tube ran at 305 miles per hour. That would be quite nice. So we're now coming in, and about a minute I'm going to come into Tower Hill. I expect we're going to crash into the buffers. Oh no, we're not. Oh no, here's Tower Hill. Oh no, we passed Tower Hill. Brilliant. Well, that was that. Thank you for watching that. So now we're going to go back to our main menu, and I'm going to show you the points changing. That was Liverpool Street to Embankment, wasn't it? I'm going to put this at a crazy speed because I have a very short patience. But this can be done equally at a lower speed. Just you won't get there so fast, I suppose. I'm gonna walk through our clothes because I'm lazy. Up, home, end, lights, page up, forward, forward. There you go. It's good for giving you a bit of a kick to get you started, you know. Just tap it on and off, you know. So you can see here on the route indicator we are built to go left, which we do now. Unusually tight curves so that they can hide this wall out of sight. So yeah, as soon as the end of that train gets past there, it dies, and I'm now going to take off my headset. It's actually the reason the train is still going, but it's not. So I'm going to take off my headset while I wait because it makes the most hideous noise you will ever hear in your life. Well, wasn't that eventful? So now we're going to open both our doors and explore here. As you can see, we open the doors of that bit of the train even though there is literally nothing tying us together. Okay, I'm going to turn on the interior lights with end. There we go. And now, if we go really far forward, hopefully we can spawn. Yes, we can warp up into this train and such. There's not really you can do from here. As soon as that goes past here, we're basically dead. But hey. Maybe let's give it a run, because we don't need to be making this. There we go. And one more time. Here we go. So the cab seems to be spun around, but yeah, we can open this door. And here's a wall, here's that outside wall. And as soon as the end of the train came off, it happened as soon as the end of the train comes off the tracks, that's when our that's when our train stops. That's when our train just breaks. So that's what happens when you change the points, and you can change those for pretty much any points, not just ones that fling you out of the world. You gotta find the IDs, but with a bit of trial and error, that's possible. And finally, I'm going to show you our Victoria to Edgware Road train, which has become a D stock, if I haven't changed it.
Mind the gap, please.
Good. Here we go. This is our D stock here.
Mind the gap, please.
As you can see, there is no way of boarding this train if we click it or whatever. There's no way, there's no tooltip going up. There's also actually a driver, and another one of us. Looks just like us actually, I think, in there. So, we can't actually get, so yeah, we can't get in between the carriages, just doesn't work. I've tried glitching my way in, and if you do it just kicks you out. But, I believe that is all. So, if you'd like to leave a like on the video, that would be much appreciated, and put a comment down below telling me what things you'd like me to cover from the thingy, because I can give you tutorials on how to edit stuff with the game, providing it's within reason. I'll let you know what stuff can and can't be done as and when you ask for it. So, thank you for watching once again, and have a nice day, everybody.